Welcome back to the wacky world of music. If you don't know, I'm your host, the Wacky Musician. If you do know, well, I'm still your host, the Wacky Musician.
And I'm Abby. And I'm Gail. And we're not real.
Symphony, you're real enough.
Okay.
Today's episode is Crazy Clefs.
Careful, you could fall off a cliff.
No, not a cliff, Abby. A clef.
I don't get it.
A clef is a symbol that appears at the beginning of the staff.
A staff is 5 lines and 4 spaces.
Right.
Each line and space stands for a letter.
Also right. But the clef at the beginning of the staff will determine what letters those lines and spaces are.
I don't understand.
Well, you see, Symphony, this is a treble clef. And when you have the treble clef on the 5 lines and 4 spaces of the staff, the bottom line is an E. Again, the bottom line is E. Many of you probably learned this in school. Every good boy deserves fudge. Or every good boy does fine. Where we start from the bottom and go up, the first letter of each word is the letter of the line.
E, G, B, D, F.
And the spaces between the lines spell face.
F, A, C, E.
And now, a quick break. Go to cartoon.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Norman and I'm a sea slug. Ooh, you know what's great about winter is you can go out and enjoy the winter wonderland, especially when the tops of the waters of the lakes are frozen. I'm gonna go ice skating. That sounds like a lot of fun. Ooh, here's a good spot. Let me just... Oh, that's right. I'm a sea slug, and I live underwater.
Now, here is another clef.
I'm a bass clef.
Ah, it talked.
In the bass clef, the letters are all in a different place.
What? Why?
We'll talk about the why of it in the next episode when we specifically focus on the staff. But for right now, we just need to know that the bass clef notes are good boys deserve fudge always. Again, from the bottom up.
G, B, D, F, A.
And of course, good girls deserve fudge too. It just doesn't work for the lettering of the staff. Now the spaces are, from the bottom up again, all cows eat girls.
What?
Oops, sorry. I meant all cows eat grass.
A, C, E, G.
Treble clef and bass clef are the most common clefs used in music for instruments. The flute, clarinet, oboe, violin, saxophone, trumpet, they all play in treble clef.
Yay!
Bassoons, basses, bass guitar, cellos, trombones, and tubas and sousaphones all play in bass clef.
Boo!
Symphony, that's not nice.
Sorry.
And some instruments, like piano and organ, use both clefs.
Ooh. So, there are only 2 clefs.
No, there are more. Those are just the 2 that are the most common. But if you play the viola...
I don't.
But if you did, you would encounter this clef.
What's that?
The alto clef. The alto clef is what viola players use most of the time. Where these 2 little circles meet, half circles, that's middle C. There'll be a line running right through there. That line is middle C.
And that's all.
Wrong again, Abby. There are other clefs, such as the soprano and alto clef. It's just that those clefs aren't used very much anymore. They're from a long time ago.
You left one out.
I did?
Drums.
Oh right, I forgot about the percussion clef.
Yay, drums!
The percussion clef is different from the other clefs because there are no letters. The percussion clef is used to identify instruments that do not have a pitch that can be assigned a letter.
Huh?
In other words, if I make a sound on a snare drum, then I can't say, oh, that's an E or that's an F. It doesn't have a pitch that I can put a letter to.
Then how does it work?
Instead of standing for letters, the lines in the percussion clef stand for instruments. So an instrument will be assigned a line. For instance, the snare drum might be assigned the third space, so that all the snare drum notes will be written right here on the third space. It's up to the composer as to where they're going to be. The composer will assign them and label them so that you know where they are. Bass drum on the same staff, a little piece fell off there. Bass drum on the same staff might be on the bottom line.
Cool.
And that's all for today. See you next time.
Bye, bye, bye.